For my third choice board, I did base 10 with 3-digit numbers. For letter A, I rolled 686 and 373. So I started off adding 6 blocks to the hundreds column and 8 blocks to the tens column. I then added 6 blocks to the ones column. Then, in order to add the 373, I put 3 blocks in the hundreds column, 7 blocks in the tens column, and 3 blocks in the ones column. I then noticed that I had more than 10 in the tens column, so I moved that over and got an extra hundreds block here. Moving on to B, I had 566 plus 165, so I had 500 blocks in the hundreds column and 6 blocks in the tens column and 6 blocks in the ones column. Then added the 100 block to the hundreds column, 6 blocks to the tens column, and 5 blocks to the ones column. I then noticed that there were more than 10 blocks in the ones column, so I added those over to the tens column, and then noticed that I had more than 10 blocks in the tens column, so I moved that over to the hundreds column. So kind of the same method as in A. For C, I rolled 705 and 408. So I started off having 7 hundreds blocks, and then 5 blocks in the ones column. Then, in order to cross off or subtract the 408, I had to break up one of the hundreds blocks to a tens, and then for the tens, I broke that up to the 1 to get more blocks in the ones column. After doing that, I then was able to cross off 8 blocks in the ones column to get a final answer of 297. In D, I have 447 minus 356. So it's kind of the same thing that I did in C. I started off with 4 blocks in my tens or my hundreds column, 4 blocks in the tens column, and 7 blocks in the ones column. Then crossed off 3 blocks in the hundreds column and 5 blocks in the tens column, but I noticed that I did not have 5 blocks in the tens column, so I brought over one of the hundreds blocks and put that into the tens column, and you can see that demonstrated here. I then was able to cross off the tens blocks.